BizTech's Property Show. Today, we take a look at how digital marketing is shaping the marketing of property globally. Now, to bring an expert lens to this topic, we have Suki Lin. She's the Regional Director for Asia at Nativex. Nativex is a global digital marketing agency. Now, on that note, Suki, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian. So, very good morning to you. So, I'm very excited to connect with you here today. So, a quick introduction about myself. I'm Suki. I have been in digital marketing field for 6 years, and I have been also working in property technology for 3 years. So yeah, about my company, Nativex, we are global digital marketing agency. So our business focus on global media buying campaigns, creative production, and influencer marketing, all approaches with a data-driven methodology. So at Nativex, I personally witnessed the significant role that digital marketing plays in actions. So we can pinpoint the potential buyers and investors and increase the brand visibility and giving the real estate sales a powerful boost. So I'm very happy to be here and look forward to our fulfilled conversation with you, Brian.
Now, thanks a lot for that intro, Suki. Now, tell us, in terms of Nativex, which are the key markets for you in Asia?
So our business cover globally, right? So we have 17 offices around the world, including Asia Pacific, Europe, and US markets.
Okay, within Asia itself, so you obviously have an office in Singapore. Where else in Asia?
We do have office in Thailand, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, and India.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your key, as you said, those are your key markets. What are the buyer profiles like that real estate developers need to focus on?
Sorry, can you cut here? Cut.
Sure.
So I didn't get these questions.
Okay, so give us an idea of some of the buyer profiles that real estate developers need to focus on.
Okay. Buyer profiles, right? So, sorry, some of the buyer profiles that real estate can focus on, such as like millennial, expat, right, and some of the like condominium seekers and institutional investors that are driving the property demand across Southeast Asia right now.
Okay, so tell me, what are some of the tools that you use in digital marketing that really help property developers market to these audiences?
Okay, so there are two strategies that the real estate developer can look into. So first of all is to diversifying their outreach channels, and second is influencer marketing. So I'm going to explain this more in detail. Okay. So diversifying outreach channel involve like utilize a mixture of both traditional and digital platforms to reach the potential buyers and investors. So traditionally, real estate developers leverage on offline channel to market to their target audience. However, nowadays, digital channel, including social media platforms and search engine like SEO, will be provide developers with a wider reach and more precise targeting capabilities. So this might be a better explain into my next suggestion, influencer partnership. Right. So influencer marketing has become an interesting new way to resonate with the potential buyers. And influencers endorsement on the platform like social media can be seen as a recommendation from a trust and reliable resources. So most of the time, my client collaborate with influencer who can potentially align with their target audience interests, can be highly effectively to resonate with their target audience. So these influencers can be like interior designers, lifestyle brokers, or real estate experts who are on social media platform and have their own insights.
Okay, so give me some examples of some campaigns that you have done with developers and the kind of influencers that you have used.
Okay. So give an example like Southeast Asia market, right? So we did like a couple of projects with the creators locally to highlight the amenities of the real estate projects. So for instance, we collaborate with the food influencers to promote the social infrastructure of locally where the project is located on Facebook and Instagram, right?
Okay.
We do also highlight a potential of a co-working space in Singapore to collaborate with like the minded millennial influencers to spotlight the amenities and share the advantage to like the foster the connection with the aspirational millennials.
Okay. Now, from your experience, and let's use Singapore as an example,
Yeah.
what percentage of the marketing spend goes into digital marketing today from a typical property developer?
You mean social?
Just in terms of digital compared to offline.
I can tell nowadays it goes up to 60 to 70%.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 60 to 70% is now spent digitally by
Exactly.
property developers. So that is a very significant shift from, say, even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So can you tell me, Suki, in terms of each of the countries itself, every country will probably have different, do they have very different approaches? Say for example, you have offices, as you say, India and Indonesia versus Singapore. What are the main differences in the way you market to them, or are they very similar?
No, it's total difference. Yeah. So I take it like for instance like China. So
Okay.
word of mouth in China is very important. So there are different influence types in China, like what we call KOL, key opinion leader, and
Okay.
as a KOC, key option consumer, and
Okay.
also like KOX is called key option sales. I'm not sure if you heard there's a news called lipstick king, Austin Lee. So
Okay.
he can make 1.7 billion in sales during a promotion for China single days, right? So Chinese influencers are very skillful at integrating promotion into their content organically. So
Okay.
they have like massive followers on their platform. So they can make their promotion very effective and engaging. So influencers in China always they have a big followers base, like they have a WeChat or Weibo, Douyin, and Web. Yeah, this is the media landscape. So a lot of real estate developer, they will leverage on their follower reach to tap into a wider audience without only relying on traditional advertising,
Okay.
right?
And that works in China because social selling is so huge, right?
Yeah.
Influencer selling. But then we see in Southeast Asia now that's becoming more and more prevalent as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so in Southeast Asia, the power of influencer marketing is clear. So they have a very strong enthusiastic adoptions of these strategies. So you
Okay.
can tell the influencer marketing industry worth like 638 million in 2019 and is going to project up to 2.59 billion by 2024. Yeah, so
Wow. So it's huge growth.
yes, there is a huge growth and strong appetite in this influencer marketing.
Now, how do you see some of the key trends playing out in Southeast Asia over the next couple of years? Because China is obviously the leader, and we used to be very much a follower, and Southeast Asia used to be a little bit behind the curve. China is the innovator. Do you see that changing?
Mm, Let me think. Sorry, let me think about how to answer this question.
Sure.
You mean like how the Southeast Asian landscape have changed?
Is going to change. How do you see, so let me ask you the question a little bit differently then. How do you see the Southeast Asia marketing landscape for property evolving over the next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, I think it will be shift more focus on digital landscape, right? Because in a certain way, I think I think it's in two contexts, right? So because the importance of to establish the trust and credibility of the brand, right? And secondly, through the digital media, you is able to identify the right audience, right? So put it example, right? So let's say for every one of us, right, to purchase a property is not an easy decision, right? So we will take into consideration factors like the price of the property and the location and the economic situations, right?
Yes.
So property buyers like us need to find a credible real estate developer that we can trust and
Yes.
understand their lead and guide them to buy their potential dream house, right? So most of the consumer, they willing to buy property from the brand with a positive experience. So that's why the power of digital marketing and social media cannot be ignored, right? So we can see more and more players, they started to display their project images and video on platform like Instagram, right, to offer their design expertise. And you can see on LinkedIn nowadays, they have an overseas developer, they spotlight the award and employ interactive content that they try to strengthen their company core value and principles, right?
Okay.
So this is the first thing I think establish and trust by leveraging digital channels. And the second is very important, is to identify your right audience, because in today's complex business environment, you can't just solely rely on the simple demographic, right? So this more important is to refine the audience through demographic persona. So which means that you can increase, customize your offering to align with the individual requirement. Like for instance, you can categorize like first-time home buyers or move up home buyers or active property seekers. So when we do advertising campaign, so you can actually leverage on what we call DMP, so the data management platform, to and use the target features to enhance the accuracy. So by following, having this step, real estate developer can increase the chance to reaching the right buyers and enhancing their marketing impact, and definitely preserving their brand reputation and loyalty in the long run. In summary, I think definitely that will be potentially having a very strong impact on the online presence.
Now, Suki, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you very much for taking your time to be on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brian.
Now, we've been speaking to Suki Lin. She's the Regional Director for Asia at Nativex, a digital marketing agency. I'm Brian Fernandez, and you've been watching and listening to BizTech's Property Show. This interview will be on our website, www.biztech.asia, as well as our syndication partners, TV stations, radio stations, and websites. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
Thank you, Brian.